I'd rather like my favorite fight show would be we call it BGL, Boxing Grappling League. Like no leg kicks, no knees, no just hands and grappling and ground and pound. That'd be my favorite. I don't know.
Some scrap pack shit right there.
Yeah, I love that right there. But yeah, that was.
So you wouldn't do karate combat?
I would do anything for the right price, bro. You know, in terms of combat, I'd do anything for the right price. And I stay in shape. And I think, I'm in a giving phase in my life. Like I have a bunch of fighters now and I'm working on this fight show and stuff too. But I think I like earned to give to myself a little bit too. And I'd love to have another fight, the right fight. I would do it for sure.
Yeah, because it's hard to just walk away from it.
Hell yeah.
I'm 46. I don't want to walk away from it.
Challenge is just what makes us, drives us.
Absolutely.
Everything. You guys are all try to find something that pushes you and challenges you and tests you. You know what I mean? Within reason. Within reason, you got to understand your dimensions and your capabilities. But I think we all still have it in us for sure.
I think you said it right there, right? Like towards the end, like, I was in the last stretch of my year and they're like, oh, I fought Barboza when he was like the top. I fought, Arnold Allen my last fight. Now he's like going up there, like the main thing is I want to fight someone that's, like someone I fought before, or someone in my, my era. I think that'd be important to me.
Do you have an opinion? Because I know you've talked about this, about the UFC kind of positioning these legends and, UFC icons on their way out with the craziest, toughest dudes on the way up.
Send you out in a body bag.
And not really sending you out the proper way. Do you feel like that's right? Or do you feel like they actually do that? Or is that just...
I don't know if I have an opinion whether it's right or wrong. I'd love to see, like, I'll tell you what, man. Like, to this day, if Rampage is fighting, I'm watching. If Tito and Chuck are going to fight 4 times, 5 times, I'm watching. They're going to get my money. If Randy's going to fight any one of those, I'm like, I love the sport. I'm a fan. So I don't know why I would always keep those guys. It's their business model, their decision. Dana White's done amazing with that organization and they have their model. And, I got to respect it. Would I love to see everyone get sent out with their flowers and a medal and a trophy and a tribute? Yeah, I would love that. I think so many fighters deserve that. But is it my place to say it's right or wrong? I don't. What
about Mark Coleman if he comes back? Will you watch him?
You know what? Mark Coleman would be awesome if he'd still be champ if the headbutt was still legal. He fought with the headbutt. Yeah. He just get in people's guards and headbutt him, beat him up and stuff. And yeah, he's a legend. I'd support him.
I'd like to see a over 40s division.
Yeah,
in the UFC.
Yeah, I'd like to see
like a masters division.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I like it's because like I've like. Again, like I'm a fan of these guys, and you've been on this ride with them, and you want to keep seeing the story. You want to keep seeing the story. And right now, I think there's like it's almost diluted because I'm like, who's this guy in the main event? This new guy in the UFC? I don't even know who he's at. Where's he from? And then like the guy who's like guarding like beats them or something, then you don't, or like they're like 5-0, and then they get their shot, and then. Then I don't know. Like sometimes it's hard to keep up with it all.
Yeah, think about how big the UFC is now versus like when Mark Coleman and Randy Couture, even Randy Couture was fighting. And think about it. Like they paved the way for the younger generation, and then now the younger generation they're making a killing, especially off their endorsements and stuff outside of the UFC because you can't, but because they have a larger fan base, more social media and stuff. Because the UFC is like the shit right now, right?
That's right.
So say they do a over 40s division where these guys can get some attention and they can go and get like endorsement deals because it's a sad part of it, but you have to be honest, like a lot of our pioneers and stuff, they're not doing well financially.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's awesome, man. I think they should do something of the sort. We should take care of our fighters. I was a fan first before a fighter, and man, I like you said, man, I love all the greats, and I think they should be taken care of.